Hello, this is the TradeSite U.S. Stocks and Futures Market Preview for the week beginning Monday the 6th, ending Friday the 10th of January 2020. Happy New Year to all. Hope you had a great holiday season. Time to get back to work for sure, as we've got all sorts of things going on in the world. Situation in Iran and Iraq. We've got gold hitting highs. We've got crude oil up overnight. We've got the stock market futures pointing down as I do this on Sunday evening. Currently, the ES down 13, the NQ is down 30 or 40, or 40 points. That doesn't mean anything for tomorrow morning when we get there. But keep in mind, we do have that 13 sell signal on the S&P monthly chart that we're still operating under. We'll talk about that in a minute. Here's the ES daily chart of the broad market futures. Came back a bit later in the week, so we're sitting flat for the last 2 weeks, which is pretty common for the end of the year. Remember, we had 2 holidays in there for Christmas and New Year's, so there's only 8 days for 10 out of the last 10. And if you look at that, basically we're just down slightly over those 2 weeks. All right, crude oil up currently at 64.40. So this is up. Remember, this is already trading the pre-market futures or the overnight futures. So we're up here at getting near 12-month highs, certainly near at 6-month highs. Gold up $26.20. That's new highs for quite a while, actually, and it actually is highs for a 6-year window. So that's not really a positive for the economy or the stock market. S&P down 23 on Friday after being up on the day before. NASDAQ 100 down 78 on Friday after being up the day before. SOX loses 33.93. The biotech's down 47.75. They're at 1-month lows. Russell 2000 down to start the year, which is interesting, down 7.5 or 7.6. The VIX gains $1.55 to 14.02 on Friday. It was actually all the way up to 16 at one point in time. The trend closes at 1.56 or 1.54, puts the 10-day at 1.04. Look how flat that 10-day moving average has been on the trend now since October. That's how boring the market has been. NASDAQ volume was 2.5 billion shares to close out the year. It was higher on the Thursday. Advanced decline ratio on the NASDAQ was negative 874, so way more stocks down than up on the last day, down 137 on the New York. Sorry, down 154 on the New York. Google loses $7.16, but closed out the year near the highs. I will be doing some overall annual commentary on the market for what 2019 meant in the decade. That'll be a separate YouTube preview or YouTube video. Apple down $2.92 after new closing highs near 300 on Thursday. Netflix down 391, closes mid-range for the year. Amazon down 2304. Tesla up $12.75. That's a 12 going towards a 13 sell signal on the daily chart. Tesla's just, unbelievably, there were a lot of people I was talking to that said keep shorting it at 200 earlier this year specifically, and the stock has gotten up more than a double since then. Big short squeeze on Tesla. Facebook down a buck 11, which gives us a 13 sell signal on Facebook. So we'll be following that. Goldman Sachs down $2.74. It hit the risk line from the 13 sell signal back in December. Actually, at the end of November, really hit it. It closed above it, but then the next day was not higher. So the risk line is still valid. The sell signal is still valid on Goldman Sachs. TLT, the 20-year bond ETF, was up 211 on Friday. The Dow was down 233. But I think last week is not the story, and the week ahead is probably the bigger story. Let's take a quick look before I go to the intra-week action. Let's take a look at that monthly chart of the ES, and there's your front month. Sorry, my bad. There it is. There's your 13 sell signal, and so the high was 32.63.50 intraday. The risk line is 32.55. We never closed above it, and so that's it. We've hit the risk line, but we have not closed above it, and now we're going to be gapping down with all the stuff that's going on in the Middle East. Interesting timing, considering you've got this massive 13 sell signal looming. Let's look at the intra-week action. Now, keep in mind, we did have a holiday midweek, so this shows you the far left is the prior Friday after Christmas. And so Monday was a down day. Tuesday was pretty flat until it curled up very late in the day. Wednesday we were closed. Thursday we gapped up and closed at highs, new highs for the year. Friday we gapped down, tried to recover a lot of that. And at the end of the day, since the prior Friday, we're just down a couple of points on the ES. And here's the NASDAQ side, up a couple points. But really flat overall to start the year. All right, in terms of economic data, Monday, we got final services PMI at 9:45 a.m. Tuesday, we got trade balance an hour before the bell. ISM non-manufacturing PMI and factory orders 30 minutes in. Wednesday, ADP non-farm employment change at 8:15. Crude oil inventories at 10:30. 10-year bond auction at 1. Consumer credit at 3. Thursday, we've got the weekly initial and continuing jobless claims numbers. Natty gas at 10:30. 30-year bond auction in the afternoon. Friday, unemployment rate and final wholesale inventory. So it's going to be the data to start the year, but I think that's not going to be the story, right? The story is going to be what's going on over in the Middle East. Charts, as usual, brought to you by eSignal. If you've not yet taken a trial of our services, feel free to do so. We will help you out for a couple weeks. Good luck and have a great trading week.